I'm here with Ian Bell after the Joe Mills Classic. We're at the Austin Metroflex Gym. I'm going to ask Ian Bell, one of the best deadlifters on the planet, a few questions. Ian being back-to-back winner at the Arnold Classic and the youngest person in history to deadlift 800 pounds, what is your biggest accomplishment in powerlifting?
I'd have to say winning my first state title in THSPO was my biggest accomplishment. That was like my first major championship that I won in my lifting career. So that one was special to me.
And growing up in Texas powerlifting, what does that mean to you, and the things that you see at the state meet and the camaraderie that the kids have? What does that mean to you?
Powerlifting is one of the only sports where your competitor will cheer for you while you're lifting. So it's different than most of the other sports that everybody is pulling for each other in the sport, and everybody wants to see each other do well in the sport. So that's what I like about the sport, and that's what I like about Texas, because it's so big here that it has a large following. It makes it really special.
Growing up as the son of a legend, what would you say the pressure it puts on you? Because it's like when you achieve something, well, that's Gene Bell's son. It kind of takes away from what you have done. Because a lot of legends have children, but a lot of them haven't accomplished what you have accomplished. So being the son of a legend, not necessarily makes you a great powerlifter. You have to have the traits of a great powerlifter. I mean, what kind of pressure is that for you?
I don't feel any pressure. The only pressure is the pressure that I put on myself to beat myself. Because when I look at it, I never compete against other people. I'm always competing against myself. So I'm not competing against my dad to beat his lifts. I'm competing against myself to make myself a better lifter every day.
Ian, what are your future goals in powerlifting, and how do you plan to achieve them?
Well, my future goals, I want to win. I got Junior Worlds coming up September, and that's my first current goal that I'm doing right now. So I'm just working on my squat form and trying to ramp up my training a little bit to make that perfect. And then after that, I'm just looking at going every year to the Arnold and winning every time I go. So just keep training hard.
What advice would you give young lifters coming into the sport that look up to you, being so young? I mean, a lot of kids can relate to you because, you're basically the Kobe Bryant of powerlifting, coming in the sport at 18 years old and dominating adults. What could you give a young kid that looks up to you when they're just entering the sport?
I think the most important part of powerlifting is being consistent. It's not missing training days, getting in there when you're supposed to get in there, not making excuses for yourself, and just getting things done when you got to get them done.
If there's one thing that Gene Bell taught you when you were growing up that is the most important thing, what would you say that was?
Never doubt yourself. Always think that you can do whatever you think you can do. And never doubt yourself, and always try your best to reach your goals.
Hey, growing up as a kid, what is one of the craziest things that you've ever seen Gene do in a meet?
Oh, man. See, he's real laid back when he lifts, so he doesn't really do anything crazy. But I think the most amount of weight, I saw him, because he squatted 9 when he was about 46, and he squatted 9, and it was cake. He smashed it. And that was the first time I really saw him lift and understand what he was doing. So yeah, when he squatted 9, and I think he was like 220, but he weighed in like 206. And when I saw that, I thought that was pretty crazy, and I kind of wanted to get into it.
All right, well, thanks, Ian, and good luck in your future.